be your message, to the youth coming up that want to pursue sports, broadcasting, anything? What would be your message to them that had, to the ones who have aspirations of doing that when they get older?
Well, it's what we get back to when we first had talked. Number one and their number one priority in life should be your education. Try to get the best education you can, and then as you progress, find something that you really love and apply yourself to that, and try to pick something where you can make a career out of it. And if you are focusing on your sports, don't neglect the education. The education should always be first, because the odds on a young person making it into the professional ranks in any sport is so astronomical. I mean, the chances are very, very slim. So you have to be prepared for something else in life. Otherwise, you become a lost soul. That's why I feel so badly for some of these kids who declare to come out in the draft when you're not going to get, and they wind up not getting drafted. They just screwed up their entire education. And now what are they going to do with their life? They didn't make it into the NBA, and getting all that money, I can certainly understand it, especially if you come from a family that hasn't done well and it's been difficult, and you can get millions of dollars to change the life of your family. I say do that. I mean, yeah, sure. I mean, the education is important, but if you were that good in your profession and you can get millions of dollars and change your family's life, I think you'd be foolish not to do it. But I still think that you don't have to necessarily do it, because there's a way to still go get your education and still have the enjoyment of doing the collegiate experience, because you can go out and go to any bank in the world and borrow money to get a liability policy. So that if you were projected to be as a freshman or a sophomore in college to be a number one pick in the NBA, that you're going to be making multi-millions of dollars. There is not a bank in the world that would not loan you, or some lender loan you that money, to pay for that policy, because they know that if you don't get hurt, you're going to be, and if you do get hurt, now you got the policy to give you these millions of dollars. So at least you're not going to be left out in the lurches, and it protects you from the injury. And now you can still experience life as a collegiate player, do the things, get your education. The NBA will still be there. You'll still get your money. In fact, if you go and you play and you get better and do it, there's probably even more money for you, because every year things go up and they improve. So it could enhance your chances of getting even more money. And so that's what I would tell them to do. I mean, don't just, jump out to jump out. I mean, there's more to life, Now, if it's crazy, you're going to get 10, $12 million. I mean, if you're smart, that should take care of you and your family for the rest of your life, unless you do something really foolish. And then if you get past those first 3 years and you really become a good player, now you make, just obscene money. So it doesn't matter. So, your education isn't going to really matter that much. But so I'm all for that. In fact, if I was coaching, one of the things, if I tried to get to be a coach in college at my alma mater, and they didn't give me the opportunity, but one of the things I would have done with recruiting with my players, I said, look, every one of you, your objective is to become an NBA player, obviously, right? Okay. You want to learn to be an NBA player? Come and play for me. My staff is going to be made up of former NBA players. We're going to play NBA style basketball. It's going to be like going to training camp for the NBA playing for us. And I will tell you if I think you're ready to go. And I'll do everything I can to help you achieve your dream. But you got to come and get your education and apply yourself in school. You're not going to come here. I'm not going to allow you to come in here and play once, one semester, do nothing, go into class or just get yourself barely eligible to play the second. That's not going to cut it, because I know what's important in life. And I said, you'll be more appreciative of the fact if you do get an education, because you'll enjoy life a lot more. You'll have a better appreciation for many more things than just basketball.